They are not supposed to move. They are not supposed to move like that. Guys, if your ball joint does that, it is time to replace it. Hey guys, it's DOS Ranger with a little update on the Honda. So I got this nice fender from the scrapyard. It's pretty clean. No really big dents. There's a small one right there, which a little body work will be able to take that out. I also got another one for the driver's side. And I also got this from Bumper. Check it out. This bumper's a cool, sportier style one. It's got like this little lip thing going on right here, where the old one does not have that. It's a kind of a cooler design, honestly. So it makes it look a little bit sportier than what the stock one is. So, and yeah. So I got the ball joint. We're about ready to get started. Get this thing all fixed up. Ball joint time. Check it out. So that's the old one. It was a real pain to get off. Well, this wasn't. This actually came off real easy. It's the nut that was on this thing that was a real pain. Not all the impacts or the breaker bars in the world was able to get this thing off. Well, no, there's probably better breaker bars out there. I'm sure some of you guys got some, but I ended up actually having to make a relief cut to get this guy off. This is still maybe usable, but the fact of the matter is that this end popped off. So I don't know if I'll be able to actually salvage it. So I don't know. I might just end up ordering a new one. No big deal. So, but yeah. So this is the $7 component that went bad. That caused a bunch of damage. And that's how I got this thing for 250 bucks. Hey guys. So I got the Honda Civic in the garage. It is now Wednesday on my spring break. So, still gotta get this mower in there, and I gotta trailer the jet ski and the car trailer home. So, I'm gonna be making a couple trips. But, alright, so the Honda's in the garage. I'm gonna be starting to do some work. I picked up some stuff. Picked up some Bondo. So, I see right here I got some that crease. I'm gonna have to do a little modifying. For some reason this fender seems like it's sitting a little back this way, even though everything else is sitting perfect on it. So, and I was looking at this fender, it's got some like spray down here that like shows that it may have been repainted in the past. And the more I was looking at that car I pulled it off of, I have a feeling that that car had been in a wreck, and so this had been modified to fit that car, and now it doesn't fit mine, so I'm gonna have to modify it to fit mine. That's not a big deal. So as you can see, I've got to do some modifying to the door anyways, since this is here. So I'm going to, maybe tomorrow, pull this back out, get it as close to what it should be as possible, and then let Body Filler do the rest of the work for me. I'm going to also fix that. So, there's that. I was able to, for those of you guys, I don't know how many of you guys are doing a 2001 Honda Civic to 2004 front face conversion, but you may know that the fenders don't work because of the headlights are a different shape. So I ordered new ones, cheap eBay ones. Yeah, I don't really care. They're smoked basic headlights for 80 bucks. They look decent, you know, they look alright, and they'll be fine. I got this guy, right in here. You can see I welded this bracket in. I kind of hit it with some paint, but it didn't work really well because the paint was pretty much empty when I hit it, so I'll probably repaint that. So over here, this guy's not done yet. You can see this is where the original 2001 fender would bolt down, and this is where the 2004, 2005 fender will bolt down. So you can see they're different, so you have to chop it and move it on back. What I did is I drilled out the, you can see here this factory stamp weld. I drilled those out, not all the way through, just enough, and then used an air chisel to knock out the thing off, and then up here I just did a little slit cut, whoop, you know, and moved it on back. So over here, you can see I moved it, and it's sitting pretty darn close to where I need it to be. It needs a little persuasion, a little bit moved this way, but as far as height-wise, it's sitting perfect. So they're very malleable, so I'll be able to, push it and have it move to where I need it to be. So a little bit more on that later. That's another day's project. Still gotta move the latch down a little bit, and I'm having all sorts of issues because it's welded in place. So I'm gonna have to fix that. But yeah, so I finally got the passenger fender. So I got the wrong fender originally because I didn't realize that 2004 and 2003 are different years. They did a little front facelift conversion, and I like the front face of a 2004, 2005 a lot more than I do the 2003 and older. So and I figured since I'm going through all this body work, that's why I'm doing it. I figured just why not, Might as well do something that makes it look a little nicer, and if it looks a little nicer, it'll probably sell for a little bit more. So I'm hoping it's worth the all the extra work. Not that it's that much extra work. I mean, I have to, I had to repair this fender anyways on the original one, the 2001 fender. So, and I had to repaint all this stuff anyways. So, it's not like it's that much extra work. So to get this fender, look at that paperwork. There was a whole huge issue with just getting this guy, going through different paperworks and all this different that, and all just to return a fender and get a new one. The lady didn't really know what she was doing, I guess, when she was cashing me out. So there's that. I finally got it though. Nice clean fender. Actually, there's like no imperfections at all on this fender, and it sits perfect. A little close right there, but everywhere else it's fine. And I don't have the bolt-in right here on this side too, so that might even help clean up that gap. So the rest of it's doing pretty good. I kind of like the look of it though. I like that darker color. I'm almost tempted to paint the whole car that color. So there's that. So that's what I've got done so far. I'll probably put on the bumper. So I got some work left for me to do. And so this hood, for those of you guys who don't know this conversion or not, you also need to modify your hood. So right now, it's not sitting perfect. You can see. And it's not sitting perfect even with a stock fender. Because, like I said, that latch, it's sitting up high and it's welded in place. So I gotta somehow cut it, lower it to get the hood sitting down, or find some way of modifying it where I can get it to sit down more, whether it be the latch on the hook on the hood part, or the latch itself, want something. But for the stock bumper, you can see there's a gap right here, so that's gonna need cut, and then this needs extended out. So it's not by much, so I was thinking that's not that much that needs done, and I've got a nice MIG welder, thinking about just doing it myself, seeing how far it goes. And I know it's not aluminum because it is rusting. So, right there. So there's that. I think this will go well. Get it really as close as possible to the original shape. Grind it down, make sure it's nice, clean, finished metal. And then you kind of just Bondo it. Don't build up too much Bondo, but just enough where you can see some imperfections in the paint right here where somebody definitely repainted it. And I also see some fisheye, just a smidge, not too much, on the hood. So I could tell that this has been repaired before, probably in an accident. And the guy who was repairing it, he looks like he did a fairly decent job, but maybe wasn't all the way perfect job. So, but yeah, there's that. And I see a couple dents in the hood right here, right there, right there. They're very small, but a little bit of Bondo should take those out and make them look nice again. So, I know not to use too much Bondo. You're just using it just barely, just you're using some body filler just to smooth it out. You want to get the metal as close to the original shape as possible, or the shape that you're trying to go after, and then And then you add a little bit of Bondo. Make sure you got it, you know, like grounded down good and sanded, and make sure it sticks well. Make sure the surface is clean. Yada yada yada. All sorts of stuff. So I'm gonna pause it here. Put on the. All right. So here's the hood. So this fender is sitting at the right height. It just needs to push out this way because the gap is, you know, see, it starts good and then it closes up. So the hood is sitting too high because of that latch, like I said earlier. This fender needs to come up, and the hood needs to come down to close up that gap. But so far it's looking pretty good. Everything else, I love this front bumper. It looks so much better than the stock one. It kind of looks like a really nice. I like it. You know, it's got a nice little lip right here that just kind of sticks out, and you know, it's just got a cool design to it. You know, it's like subtle but nice. They did a great facelift in 2004 to 2005, and you know, it's like I'm doing all this work just because my front end was, you know, my front bumper had huge, you know, smashes and scratches, and it looks like at one point it fell off in the road or something like that because it just was gouged like crazy. And this fender had a huge dent right here. Besides that, that fender was good. And then this fender was just like torn up because of that ball joint. You know, like I showed you guys earlier, just tore this fender up and part of the door. So I was like, you know what? I'm going through all this work to repair all this. I might as well put on something I like, you know. And some Honda kid is gonna love seeing this, and his dad's probably gonna say, hey, it's a fuel efficient, reliable car. It's got a cool little sleek look to it, and you know, they're probably gonna want to pay a little bit more for it, you know, when it's all cleaned up and nice and shiny and smooth and, you know, really clean. So that's the whole point of this project, to fix it up really good and make it look nice, make it run nice, and sell it for some money. So there you go. So this is my $250 Honda. So stay tuned. I'll keep you guys updated. Closing up that gap, welding, you know, making this hood work with 2004, 2005 style. But yeah, make sure you guys hit subscribe, share. Let me know what you guys think of the video. Let me know what you guys think. I don't know anything about Hondas. This is my first Honda, and I really haven't done any research on them. So let me know what you guys think. You know, comment down below. Definitely subscribe. So stay tuned. See ya. Brooke, I bought a jet ski, and got a ton of other crap going on right now. It's like, holy crap. But, well, side note, I got duals on the pickup truck. Ooh, I custom built those. See, Flowmaster. Yeah. Yeah, I built those the other day using a Harbor Freight bender right here. I build my own exhaust systems, so. Alright, well, I'm gonna get started.